this is Algebra with me, Bea. The lesson for today is solving equations. Here are two very important rules you need to know. One is that the variable always has to stay isolated by itself on one side of the equation. Two, imagine the equal sign as a door. Every time a term passes through the door, it becomes its opposite. So if it's negative, it turns into positive. If it's multiplication, it turns into division. Let's go with this example. Here we have x minus 4 equals 10. What do? In order to have the x isolated, you move the negative 4 on the other side, which turns into positive 4. Then you keep solving and it turns into 14. That's your first answer. Let's go with another example. X plus 6 equals negative 20. Here, same thing. The positive 6 will go through the door and turn into its opposite. What will be its opposite? Negative 6. So let's solve it. And then you get your answer, negative 6 plus negative 20, which is negative 26. Okay, let's move on to a harder equation. Here we did negative and positive. Let's move on to division. X over 5 equals 3. So here we're gonna do the opposite of division. Here x is divided by 5. So what's the opposite? Multiplication. So 5, only 5, you separate it and it goes through the door and turns into multiplication. It'll turn into x equals 3 times 5. And then you get your answer. 3 times 5 is 15. X is equal to 15. Last equation. Negative 2x plus 3 equals 12. Here you have negative 2 multiplying by x, so it'll end up as division. But remember, try to keep multiplication and division as your last thing for solving. Here you have addition, which you can do first. So it's negative 2x equals 12 minus 3. Then that will turn into negative 2x equals 9. Now, it's negative 2. When you move it to the other side, keep the negative, because you are not turning it into a positive 2, because you do not look at this. They are multiplying by each other. So you turn it into, correct, division. So turn into isolated x equals 9 over 2, negative 2. Don't put a division sign, just make it into a fraction. Remember to keep the symbol in front of it. And then you get your answer, x is equal to negative 3. Follow me for more videos.